Hi Zach, this is Coach Smart from ABC Baseball Camps, here to do your hitting evaluation. So let's get started. First thing we talk about is your setup. Okay, and so you start off closed. Okay, let's see where you get to. Okay, so that's a ball, isn't it? Let's get set up again. There's a so you set up closed, and then you remain closed. Okay, so Zach, let me tell you what's going to happen, buddy. If you get to play at a high level of baseball, opposing catchers, and opposing coaches are going to see that, and so are pitchers are going to see that stance, and you're going to get a steady diet of 85, 90 miles an hour on the inside half of home plate. And with that approach to hitting, that's going to be a difficult task to be able to get to that pitch. Okay? So, again, these are choices you have to make as a baseball player. This swing is your swing, it's not mine. It's your responsibility, not mine. You have to decide what's best for you. All I'm telling you is I'm basing this all on experience. Okay? I've worked with a lot of major league guys, a lot of minor league guys, tons of college players and teams, and you don't see guys going into a closed stance for that reason. They don't want to have to get that fastball in their half and have no place for their hands to go. So, but that's up to you. You got to make that decision yourself. Okay, so let's go ahead and talk about. Let's go back a little bit here. Okay, so you're a pretty big kid. You get to a pretty good position there. So you're wide enough. I think you're fine with how long the length of your stride is fine. I think that's fine. Let's check your swing plane out. Sorry about my voice. I'm losing it. Okay, so pretty good. Pretty good. Let's talk about your position at contact. Upper body, lower body, everything, arms, hands. Okay, some really good stuff. Really good. Like that. The angle of your left arm is hard for me to see. It should be straight. It shouldn't have any bow to it. If you do have a bow in that front arm at contact, Zach, you want to make sure that you check your grip. A lot of guys that go big knuckle to little knuckle have a tendency to bow that front arm, and guys with little knuckle to little knuckle have a tendency to keep it straight. So you might check that out. From the standpoint of your lower half at contact, fantastic. This, fantastic. Firm, but got a little bend to it, not locked out. Okay. I'm not a big favor of this. Okay. I'd like to see that foot closed. Okay. Zach, you could do a great job, buddy, of driving your back knee. And I hope you understand why you're doing it. Okay. Driving that back knee into a closed, firm front side is how you create power. You're creating resistance between your back side and your front side. And that resistance you create, the more you create, the more power you have. But when you let your front foot leak open a little bit, then all that power goes out the front end of your swing. You have to find a way to keep that front foot closed and square to home plate. Okay? There's just that's an absolute. That's just not me thinking. That's any good hitting instructor in the world is going to tell you that. That front foot has got to be closed until after contact. Okay. Okay. So now we talked about where you are at contact. Now we're going to talk about where I want you to be at contact from an upper body perspective. Okay, your lower half is fine at contact. Okay, except for your front foot being open. Everything else is pretty good. But let's talk about your upper body and your hips, okay? I want to watch a couple more swings. Okay. Okay, so here's where I want your belt buckle. I want that belt buckle facing this way at contact. Right there. You should be hitting the baseball right now, Zach. If you really want to be a good hitter and you really want to be able to take balls in the outer half and drive them the other way with some juice behind them, you'll get to that position at contact with your torso, with your belt buckle, with your chest, with your core. Okay? It's just going to be very hard, buddy, to be here where you are at contact, finally there, and think you're going to stay behind a ball in the outer half and drive it the other way. Okay, if you can, you're a rare breed, like 1 in a million. Because it's almost physically, impossible to do from that position. Okay, so again, I want your body to be right there at contact. See, right now you're rotating your back hip right against your front hip, and your front hip's job is to hold it there and not let it rotate until after contact. It's a tough concept. It's hard. Okay, I'm not kidding you. But that's what you do. You go on YouTube after you get your eval. You go on YouTube and look up the center fielder for the Angels, Mike Trout. His name escaped me. Look up Mike Trout and try to get him stopped at contact and see where he's at. See where his belt buckle's facing. Okay, I've got huge posters of him in different at-bats in our facility here in Seattle at contact because he's almost perfect every time. His belt buckle's facing the second baseman at contact. And that's where you want yours to be facing. The second baseman at contact. Okay? Okay, so let's see what happens after contact for Zach. Okay, so you're on plane there. Okay, so the only thing I'd like to see differently, Zach, is, all this. Where's your weight right now? Have you transferred it yet? Hard to tell there, isn't it? We got to get that weight transfer to our front side when we swing, right? So our weight's on our back side. Our weight's on our back side. Now we're driving some of it forward. There's still weight back there. There's still weight back there. And from there on, you just push backwards a little bit. So a drill you can do, a T drill you can do is set up a T and then take a normal swing. But when you swing, I want you to swing. I want you to push your back side so hard that your back foot comes off the ground. I want you to feel that weight being transferred at contact. Okay, and then just try to get your chest a little bit more over that front leg a little bit, at contact and a little bit beyond contact. Okay, so I'm going to send you, like I told you, I'm going to send you a couple drills on YouTube to work on that squareness issue with your upper body. One is called dead legs and one is called split. I think if you do those drills, you have a chance to get a feel for what I'm talking about. And like I said, a lot of good things in your swing, buddy. Just a couple things to clean up. Okay? Okay, man. Thanks for coming to camp. Have a great spring and a great summer. And we'll see you at the next ABC baseball camp. So long.